Alrighty, we have quite a lot to unpack here and build, so let's get cruising. So for the majority of this, we're actually going to be using a top reference plane. So we'll get going with a sketch. I'm going to do a center point rectangle. We're going to give it the dimensions 100 by 120. I'm going to select everything, uncheck it, and recheck it to make sure everything is construction geometry on this. Nothing too crazy here. Then we'll start with the bolt holes. We want to make sure they're coincident, those corners of this rectangle here. Control to select all of these at the same time. We want an equal relation. Diameter is 10. Follow it back through with these are going to be corner radius references, but you can make them as circles. You'll see how this develops here. Again, holding Control key to select all of these. We want them equal. This has a diameter of 10 because it has a radius, diameter of 20 because it has a radius of 10. Then we need to do a midpoint line here. This is going to give us more construction geometry here. This last circle did not join the group apparently in equal relation. We want this to be 80. Swing this back up here. Select it. Close out of the dimensioning. We need to make it for construction. Then we need to make two fairly large circles here. Some drafted hooters. 100 diameter, and these need to be equal. And then we're going to do some fancy line work where we want to be tangent of this circle, tangent to that. Pick it up again. We're going to go off of this quadrant of this circle here to this quadrant point. And we're going to do another tangent relation on the circle, so about here and about here. Just to show you, when we're hovering over it, right, you're going to get this point where you should see coincident and a little tangent relation. Then it'll grab the other one to be tangent. So here, this one is not tangent, but is coincident, so we're going to fix that by selecting the line and then selecting the circle. And let's do one on this side. Again, I'm only doing you'd mirror this normally, that way, so I'll even delete this to show that, right? So we can mirror entities, select these three lines here, select this center line, mirror it across. Now it's going to get very busy in here, so if you want, you could power trim all this here, but this does take time and you have to pay attention to what you're trimming. So I'm going to back it up like a Tonka truck, just again for simplicity's sake. Then what we're going to do also is we're going to create a slot here and here, drag out. This has a radius of, ooh, fighting me, are you? This auto-generated dimension here, so this needs to be 80. Okay, then we need to do an offset on that same thing going inward. Reverse it. 10 mil, because the internal thickness of this part is 10 mil. And then we're going to take this and turn it into construction on this particular situation. And we're going to go to the Features tab, do Extrude Boss Base. Now we're going to do some selection. And it's going to be a 10 mil. Select your contours. I want to bring this top normal too so I can make my selection. It's going to be almost the majority of these regions, but not quite all. We need to, of course, leave the bolt hole opening. Oop, I don't want to pick up that sketch contour region there. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, excellent. So we're going to do a blind extrusion condition there. That gives us the first flange part, if you will. So now we're going to select this face here, and then we're going to go into sketch, and actually what I'm going to do here is show this busy sketch again. Convert entities. I'm going to bring it top view normal too so you can see what's going on here. Now I want to pick up this construction radius I made here, and then I'm also going to do another convert entities, and I'm going to pick up this internal edge here. Sweet business there. Then we can go straight to the features tab, do boss extrude, and now this is going to be a total height of 40. So we're going to go 40, and then in my selected contours I actually want this and this to start. Stay with me here. This gets crazy. And then I'm going to use that same sketch again and do an extruded cut, and I'm going to actually do an offset from surface. I'm going to choose a surface of offset. It's only all internal thicknesses are 10 mil, and I want to make sure I do a specific contour of only this inside. So here we're coming along quite nicely. Now I'm going to come up here, choose this plane, choose a sketch. I want to bring my master sketch back for this because I want to use this reference line here. And we're going to create our extrusions. One of them is kind of basically a housing for the bearing / rod axle, that gear. So for this is an internal cut. We want these to be equal. This diameter is 20. And then I love when things are symmetrical, so these are also equal. And these are 40. So now from here what we're going to do is go to feature boss extrude. I'm just going to make this housing part and all its craziness. So I'm going to do a boss extrude, and the overall height is 30 for the external. And I want to do selected contours. I want to choose this and this. Select that, and then I'm going to go back into this sketch here, and then I'm going to choose an extruded cut, and it's an offset of 10, so I want to do offset from surface. That's selected, so let's choose our surface for offset. Fix this to be only 10. Selected contours, we don't want everything. I'm going to go in from the bottom there, choose that. And then the other part of it I got to do on this is actually I got to do a direction 2 because we have this 10 mil thickness it's got to cut through on this way, which is fine. So we do direction 2, blind 10 mil. Now you could do up to surface. Let's be fancy. And we'll go up to surface, and I will choose right here. There we go. We have our cutout. Let me hide this real quick so it's not so messy. We'll bring it back isometric for us. Now we're going to call upon this sketch again, and we're going to do another boss extrude. And this time we're going 45, 10, that's 55, another 5, that's 60 in height. Oh, this time we only want this contour, so here, select that. Now we're going to go, I'm going to bring it to a top view. We want to select this face here. I'm going to do a plane for this, and we want to do a 45 offset, which, look at that, it's already set for us, so we'll select that. Choose a sketch on this plane. Make sure your offset plane you just created is selected. We'll bring that normal to, or you could do top view, same difference. We'll choose a center rectangle. We need it to be about here. And this is what's funky about this. So the one of the reference points, believe it or not, is the edge of this circle. So we'll select this radius here. It needs to be, this point is coincident here. And then it is a width of 50 for the center point of these circles, which is what this reference geometry is going to be for. So unselect and reselect, making sure everything is construction, reference geometry, right? And we're going to simply make this 50. Yep, good to go. We're going to make our bolt holes. Make them whatever size we want, doesn't matter, because why? We're going to press Control, select them all. Make them equal. It did not take that one. Make you equal. There we go. Smart dimension. This is a lovely 10 mil hole. And then we need to make our radial references, which are these large ones, just like we made in that first sketch. Lovely. Now these are 12.5 radius. So first, make them equal. Like such. 12.5 times 2. Then we're going to make some lines to complete the outer edges of this flange. Like such. Beautiful. Now from here, oh, look at you, what'd you do? Oh, you're not coincident. I'm too lazy. Let's pick up those. There we go. Okay. Oh, you're fighting me on this. Coincident. I want you tangent. Ooh, you were really fighting me on the relations today. Vertical. Tangent. Whoa. I don't want a tangency anywhere if I can help it. So let's try this again. See if this silly goose will cooperate. Looking good on my relations there, and there it goes. There you go. I'd have had to assist it with so many different relations. Alright, beautiful. Now we can do, again, a part thickness of 10 mils here. Select our contours. We also got to do one other thing. Go into the Sketch tab, convert an entity. We need this to remain open. Now we can do things. There we go. Beautiful. 10 mil thickness. There we go. Much better. Now we just have to go in and finally make one more thing. So we're going to click, we're going to make the Mario pipes, and we're going to end this in a special way. So select that face, normal to. Select the face, do a sketch. Now here's what we're going to do is kind of a sanity reference. In the drawing itself, it shows this line as a reference. Now watch this. This is going to be crazy because it's technically still the center. So we'll choose two center lines. And again, these are both fully defined, so this dimension is just purely for sanity and reference sake. So what we're going to do is create the hole. Make sure it's coincident this center line. We know it's at 40 mil. And from the very bottom, it's height of 25, which arguably should be the center. And then this internal diameter is 10. They love their 10. And this one is 20. And then we're going to do a boss extrude of only 15. These are the inlet and outlet, or I'm calling them the Mario pipe. We're going to select this face here, do another sketch, and we're going to bring it normal to so I can grab that center point there. This is going to be a diameter of 24, and then we're going to finally do a convert entities and pick up this ID. Then do another 15 offset. Tell me that's not a Mario pipe. Tell me, tell me. And look at this. We'll even do this real quick right now. A Mario pipe. Green, green, green. Yeah, tell me that's not a Mario pipe, huh? So, the last cool thing we're going to do, beg, borrow, use, reuse where you can. We're going to do, under the Features tab, we're going to mirror this sweet little feature, which is 2 different extrusions. Brings it to the other side, dual Mario pipe. We'll bring it isometric. And then the final thing I want to do is go back into the sketch, and we need to do an extrude cut. And in this case, we're going to do a through all. And then our selected contour just simply needs to be this internal face here, which will cut out both sides for us. And then we're going to bring it isometric here. And let's finish this up. We only have one unique radius here of 2.5 for a fillet, which is this here. And now we're going to really group everything together. So the other one is going to be 5 mil, and it's this surface. This edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. And boom. Ooh, check out what we don't have here. So, we're going to go back to this sketch here, choose an extrude cut. We'll keep on through all, remove everything, select that, because that needs to go through for the axle. That does not go all the way through, because again, this is a housing containment point. Alright folks, that is a little bit going on for this part, but that is going to conclude it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. Take care.